My name's Blair Whiteford. I'm from New York City. And anything else I should say?
I'm a painter.
I'm a painter. I'm 32. Okay, well, I grew up in the New York area. I grew up outside of the city in the suburbs of New York City, and my mother was a painter, so painting was always sort of a pretty inherent language for me to work through. I think that, like my mother and I have a very different relationship with being painters, and we do very different things, but it was sort of like, since I was a kid, I've been thinking through paint, So it's like I've never had thoughts that weren't drawings or paintings, really. Language is a pretty short way of summarizing things, and I think that like art has kind of been used and painting has been used through all of history to describe sort of undescribable things. And for me, making a painting, like talking about things like soil and air and like the body that is present in the picture and like landscape, it's just understanding the nature of those things is like essentially like impossible with language. So I think that's why I make these paintings that come from an abstract impetus, but then they sort of coagulate into these figures and these scenes. I think I just wanted to paint a group. I'm trying to remember exactly what the painting looks like, but I think I wanted to paint a group of people just looking at a sunset or a sunrise, and I just wanted to make a tone. There was a tone I had in mind of sort of this like group of people of ambiguous origins, which is really important to me. I kind of want the narrative to be sort of non-linear and ambiguous of what exactly these people are doing. But I put stuff in it that I find in art history to sort of lay these pillars, these structural pillars in. And yeah, I just wanted this group of people sort of experiencing a sublime, natural experience. I hope that people have time to look at the surface and spend time maybe comparing my surfaces. I'm really into my surfaces. That's always kind of a thing for me because that's kind of the alchemical aspect of painting that I really enjoy. I really hope that people can have time to look at like my color and my surfaces and compare them to things that are in the museum as well, So they can kind of have a something on their palette when they are looking at the paintings, and they can understand some of the histories that I'm referencing in my paintings by walking around the museum and seeing, like, because Edward Hopper is like just a huge influence to me, like one of my favorite painters. So it's a great thing for me to know that someone can see my painting and then 10 minutes later go and see an Edward Hopper painting. It's like, that's pretty exciting for me, so.